Got a little review for today. I've been saying I'm going to do a review of the GoPro Hero HD, and here it is. I've got time. I'm in the hotel right now, so it's Wednesday, August, I think it's the 18th. So anyway, we're going to go over what it's included and some features and whatnot. And here is the bottom half of the box right here. This is the Motorsports Edition, which is what I wanted. So, and we've got a little story behind that. So, first thing you get, obviously, the camera, which is right there. Nice sturdy construction, real nice camera. You've got the actual camera case holder. I've got one cover on here. This is a solid cover on the back, and then we've got the open cover as well. You get the suction cup mount, which totally awesome. This thing will, I've never seen a suction cup this strong. I would guess probably a 75-pound. You can probably pick up 75 pounds with it as a guess. I don't know. I'm not able to pull it off without actually releasing it, so it's pretty heavy, or pretty strong, I should say. You get a variety of little mounts, some angle mounts. There's another mount here, and then you get your adhesive mounts, which you get 3 of these flat ones. There's the third one, and then you get 2 of these curved ones, which are great for helmets. And then you get 2 different audio-video cables here and here, and obviously you get your instructions. You get English, Spanish, all those. Now coming back to the suction cup mount, little story. I did not originally get the suction cup mount, and again, as you saw, it's a Motorsports Edition. What I had received, which is what you had seen in my video on the YZ250F and the Blaster, was this headgear mount, which is really cool actually. Just I don't really have a big huge use for it. This mount's kind of like a hunting lightwood mount. You put it over your head, the camera goes on the front of it. And then I also got this mount here, which it's just a strap you can loop over to here, which is great actually for mountain bike helmets. I didn't test it, but I put it on my mountain bike helmet. It fit like a glove. Could probably use it for a chest protector, all different kinds of headgear. So basically what I got was the headgear version. So I contacted, I was going to buy one of these, and I found out they were like 40 or 50 bucks. So I contacted GoPro via email and said, here's what I got. I got it brand new off of Craigslist, and it was brand new. It had never been opened. It was still in the original shrink wrap, and none of it had ever been opened. And I said, I got this, and it says it's the Motorsports Edition, and I really wanted the suction cup mount. That's one of the things I really wanted. And I gave them the serial number. They didn't ask for any of that. And on their website it says they have about a 36-hour or 3-day, I forget what it was, turnaround time. So I'm like, well, okay, whatever. And they got back with me within probably a couple of hours, and no problem. They said, give us your address, and we'll get it right out to you. Within 2 days I had this. So if customer service, if that's one of your top sellers, which it is mine, GoPro, I mean, all the way, top notch. I mean, quick, no, we don't believe you, which I wasn't lying, I wouldn't have lied about it. They didn't even ask for the headgear stuff back. They just said, hey, we'll get it right out to you. And within 2 days, postage was paid, everything. I had this at my house. And this thing is awesome. And again, their customer service, I don't know in regards to the other helmet cams out there, but from now on, I'm only going to be buying the GoPro HDs or GoPro products, just because of that. That right there sold me. Hey, these guys are really, really customer service oriented, and that's important to me. So that's enough on that. Sorry about that little. Just want to tell you that story. Maybe give them a little plug. That's the least I can do for them taking care of me. So we'll go back to the camera itself. Actually, we'll go over the mount first, or the case. So here's the case. You got 2 different style cases. You've got this one, which is closed in. This is the waterproof, or anything over 100 miles an hour, because of wind. Over 100 miles an hour, you're going to get some wind. Now, if you've noticed on my videos, this thing is excellent at blocking out the wind and background noise. I don't know how they do it. Awesome. You hardly hear any wind on it. And I was using this case here, which is the under 100 miles an hour open case, or non-waterproof as well. So don't be mistaken in thinking the actual camera is waterproof. Don't plump this in the water. The camera is not waterproof. You're going to ruin the camera. It's the case. This is what makes it waterproof. So to switch these, you just simply you pull it down, and you just pull it off and snap the other one on. And here's the actual case. Your buttons. There's your buttons. You can see it's like a C-clamp in there, or a C-clip, I should say. If you can see that moving. So that's the actual case. And the camera, it just goes. You just set it in there. Shut the case. It's a tight fit because you got this white rubber seal around there, and it's waterproof. And there's the camera in the case. It does not rattle. It doesn't do anything in there. It's in there. It's permanently in there. It's got a piece of padding on the back as well. So to get it out, you just simply pop it out, and there you go. So that's about it for the case it comes in. The camera itself, pretty basic really. It's a good solid construction. The battery, just it's a 1100 milliamp lithium, just like a normal camera battery. It just pops on there. Here's your SD slot, mic, and here is your functions button, on-off button. Here's your capture button. Obviously the lens. This is your status light. Your USB charging connection right here. You got your HD TV out, and then you've got your TV audio out there. And that's really it for the camera. I mean, as far as the buttons, there's not a whole lot on this camera as far as buttons and whatnot. It's really easy, easy to use. And you've got resolutions as a little reminder. And you also have all this in your, turn this light off, that might be better. Nope, not. You also have all this in your manuals as well. It just tells you how many frames per second, and that kind of thing. 1080p, or 30 frames per second, 960, 30, 720, 60, so on. And it even tells you a reminder for best sound and high wind use, non-waterproof door, waterproof door. So that's the camera itself. Now to turn the camera on, you just push the button on, and it'll flash a few times. And then you've got a 5 there. You've got a little battery indicator, and then you've got your mode light up here. To switch modes, you simply hit this button here, and it'll go to the next mode. That's that mode right there is a little clock. That's more of a timed flash. You got your camera, and then here's your setup menu. And we'll be right back. I'm going to get something to drink, and then we'll continue with the setup menu. Stay tuned. Okay, sorry about that. I went and got a drink, and I wanted to add an SD card so you can see what filming looks like, how the camera reacts to film. So we're going to go through the modes again. We've got the filming mode, which you can see there. Hit this button once. You go to the timer mode, which I think is 5 or 10 seconds. Hit it again. We're back at the camera, just regular camera mode. There's the set mode. And then this last mode is going to be your triple shot mode. So we'll go through these again, and we'll get back to set. I want to show you the features in the set mode. Okay, because the hardest thing to get used to on this camera, there's nothing to look at back here. So it is a little different. So you're in the set mode. So we want to go to the first set of the set mode. So we'll hit the set button. Oops. We will actually not hit the set button. We will hit the top button. Sorry about this. 3 seconds of your life you'll never get back. Hit the top button. The first section of modes you go to are it's just going to be the default setting. So whenever you turn the camera on, what's the default setting? Is it going to be shooting pictures? Is it going to be filming? Is it going to be a 10-second timer? What have you. To flip through those, P, that would be a single shot. 3 is triple shot. PES is shoot every 10 seconds or what have you. To go to the next section, We go R5. This is your video resolution and what have you. R5. Get our cheat sheet out here. I don't remember all these settings, unfortunately. R5 is full HD, which is 1080p. R1 would be wide angle at regular VGA. R2 is wide angle at 720p, 30 frames per second. R3 is widest HD angle at 60 frames per second, 720p. R4 is 960p with 4.3, and then back to R5. We'll go to the next set, which is this is exposure setting, CNT, which is for outdoor, indoor, most sports. The other function, which is SPT, which I probably should have used in the van. This is for in-car and low light. I probably should have used that setting, which I did not. Now the next set of functions you go through, sorry about that, I accidentally moved the camera. I don't remember exactly what this is for. Let's read here. Oh, okay, this is the shooting intervals. So you've got P2, which is 2 seconds, and then you've got 5, 10, blah, blah, blah. We're not going to really go through that. This here is the blinking light on or off. It's obviously on for O. If you want it off for F. Go to the next set. BPO would be the beeping. O for on, off for F. And then this is your NTSC or PAL. You obviously want to leave that same if you're here. On the LST, this is for the delete last file saved. So if you want to do that or not, it just deletes from your SD card, which I do not want it to delete it. This would be a format your card. You can format all. You can just do all kinds of things with it. So we're not going to do that. This one here is auto power. So that's off, auto power save. You've got you can do 60 seconds, 120, 300 seconds. This here is set the date. Escape just gets you back out of the camera mode. So there's the camera. Now when you start shooting, you just want to hit the top button and you'll hear it beep once, and then you'll see this flash, and then it tells you, 3 seconds, or no, I'm sorry, not 3 seconds of video, but it's just flashing there. I don't think it tells you how much video. To stop, hit it again. It beeps a few more times, and you do not see the button anymore, or the flash anymore. To shoot a picture, we'll go to the picture mode, hit it, and it flashed. There we go. Okay, now to turn this off, don't make the mistake of, if you're filming, just hitting the button to turn it off, because it's not going to turn it off. Turn it off, you actually have to hold down the button. It'll beep a number of times and it turns off. So that's really it for the actual camera. I mean, there's not a whole lot more to go over with it. We'll go over some different videos eventually with different modes, but for now, for the actual camera, that's it. Very easy to use. Awesome camera. Now for the mounts, there's a variety of mounts. We'll go back to the suction cup mount. Here's the suction cup mount again. This is pretty adjustable. And then you've got another adjustment as well. So to put the suction cup mount, it's just, put it on, press it down, pull it up. And it's not coming off. There's that. And then you could actually, this is just an example. And again, there's a lot of different mounts in this pack, obviously. Put the camera in here. Put the mount in here, I should say, and it's got these little, almost like wing nuts. Now, one thing you may get confused with, not confused, but you may be fiddling with, besides putting these mounts in here, and this is brand new, so everything's pretty tight on this thing. Plus, I'm not even looking at it, so you got to make sure it's lined up. And I'm not. Let me look at it here real quick. There we go. Helps when you look at it. So there's the mount. Just tighten it down. And then you would simply, which I've already showed you how to put the camera in, we'll move this up a bit. It'd probably be loud on this camera. Whoa. Sorry about that. Slide it in there. Clamp it down. You could bend it just about any, bend it just about any way you want. Sorry. You can see. There it is in the mount. And the other mounts, if you had the one of the helmet mounts on, you would just use like this adapter here in place of this. Screw that into there, and this would simply slide into one of these, just like that. Pretty self-explanatory. Release the suction cup, you push it down. A little flap you pull over here, which you probably can't see in the camera right now. There you go. That's really it. Again, I want to show some videos, hopefully in the future here, very soon, of the different settings as far as the 1080, the 720s, and the 960s. So, but there you go. Again, and for the quality, filming inside this plastic piece, you saw the YZ250F video. You could not tell there was any kind of cover on it. So, one thing I was going to mention that I probably almost started to mention but didn't is the confusing part, which some may find confusing, and I actually messed up myself. I'm putting this on, I couldn't get this in here. Well, these two, this one and this one, obviously they're different lengths. The longer one obviously has to go in the camera so it clears the case. The shorter one would go on your extensions. So, just a little tidbit of information there. Nothing big, but if you're an idiot like I was, you're sitting there like, why in the heck is this not working? Again, to release it, boom, slide it out. There you go. Take your SD card out, which it's in there pretty well. It's, if you had fingernails, which I really don't, but you can still pop it out with fingernails. There it goes. And that's pretty much it. If you need to add anything, there is one thing that you may know. I don't know. I don't know what this is for. It doesn't say anything in the manual about it. I assume it's some kind of safety. I have no idea. That it's supposed to be in here. It does say GoPro. So if you know what that is, let me know. But other than that, please feel free to post any questions, comments, and rate and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.